When you're getting started on YouTube or you're starting a new business, it can feel almost impossible that you're going to make any money, never mind building a six-figure business. And I've done it multiple times throughout my life. I started teaching guitar out of a spare bedroom in my apartment. I made that into a six-figure business. Then I turned things into a music school, made those into a multiple six-figure business. I opened multiple locations. Then I started teaching online, made that into a six-figure business, multiple six-figure business. So I've done this a lot. And I want to show you just some simple math on the ways we can do this. Because I think looking at $100,000, it's such a big number, when in reality, once you get there, you realize it's not a big number. But $100,000 is making about $8,400 a month. So when you break that down, and so that's what, $2,100 a week if there's 4 weeks in a month. Okay, so $2,100 a week. That's what we're talking about. And that number can seem overwhelming when we start with $100,000. So the first year that I made $100,000 was actually, I went back, it was 2020. I had about 55,000 subscribers at the time, and I did about $17,000 in YouTube AdSense, and I did $112,000 in online courses, and this was for the entirety of 2020. And then in 2021, the next year, I did $52,000 in YouTube ads, and courses I did $437,000. So it just goes to show you how that really kind of snowballed once I got this going. So what did I do to hit that six-figure mark? And at the time, I basically had my main course. I had a course I was selling for $197. Okay, $197. So for me to hit my goal, I would have to sell 43 courses a month. 43 courses a month to hit that $8,400 a month goal. Now here is some pricing information for you. So the higher the price point that you sell at, the easier it is to achieve this goal. So let's just go through all the price points here. So if you sold something for $97, you'd have to sell 87 of those products. Okay, if you sold something for $197, you'd have to sell 43 products. If you sold something for $297, it would be 29 products. $497, it would be 17 products, and then $997, you'd have to sell 9 products only. So you can see, the higher the price point, the easier it is to hit those goals. When you're selling very, very low ticket, $17, $7, you got to make a lot of sales to get to that six-figure revenue mark. But on the flip side, if you're selling something for $997, you have to do a little bit more convincing than you do at $97. More people are willing to just dish over $97 to try something, where if you're trying to sell something for $997, people are going to want to see a little bit more social proof. They're going to want to know exactly what they're getting for that. So the higher the price point, the more selling you have to do. So there's trade-offs to everything in life. And I believe that you should have something that is lower ticket for those people who want to jump on something real quick, and something in the middle. I've been selling my course now for $297 for a long time, and that's in the hobby space. The hobby space, it's harder to do higher ticket. I do know some people who do sell very high ticket in the music teaching space as well. They have programs that are $4,000, so they basically only have to make 2 sales a month, but they really, really have to work hard for those sales. They're hopping on a sales call, they have to get so many leads, and it is time consuming, all right? The lower ticket items are a bit less time consuming, and I knew when I was building my business up front that I didn't want my time to be a limiting factor. I really, really wanted flexibility. So what you can do is you can do a mixture of these things, but when you're just getting started, I recommend you focus on a single course, a flagship course. Because one of the questions I get asked all the time is, Lauren, great, I've got this course, but how do I get people over from YouTube over to my website buying my course? And that's when you have to have strong calls to action in your videos to say, hey, if you enjoyed this video, go to the link in the description below. I've got a great course on how to grow from 0 to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Click the link in the description below and I'll see you over there. So it's really strongly telling people that you have something to offer. And I do have that course. It is in the link in the description below. But letting people know that you do have something to offer. I find people are scared to sell on YouTube because they think it comes off as corny or tacky, and there is a tactful way to do it versus being the cheesy car salesman. There's definitely a way to do it, but you want to let people know, listen, I have a course page. I have a variety of courses. I have some that are $97. I have another one that's $297, and then I have my high level program that's $997. Okay, so there's like your good, better, best. I remember I was watching the show The Prophet, and he went to a drum company and they were coming up with these different drum kits, and he was like, 3 choices is great. You have your good, you have your better, and you have your best kind of program. So it gives people price anchoring too, to be like, okay, this high-end program, like to do one-on-one coaching with Lauren is $1,000 an hour. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, but she has a course for $497. Oh, that's awesome. I'll take that because that's like hours of me coaching. So they find the value of that. So my coaching at $1,000 an hour kind of anchors everything else and makes everything else seem like a really, really good deal. So if I'm selling something for $97, they probably know they're not going to get a lot of interaction from me. It's going to be a very basic course, but it's enough to kind of get them started. And that's what my Jumpstart course is. It's just kind of like bare bones basic course. It's still a great course, a lot of value for $97, but it doesn't go as in depth as the $497 course, where we get more into the analytics, the research, a little bit more into the strategy, more into the money making, the marketing. So you'll get more of that in the higher level courses because it's a higher level and you're expecting more for a higher price point. So the key is to put out content here on YouTube that's going to attract your ideal client, your ideal person who's going to want to buy your product and service. And then it's your goal to say, hey, I have a website, I have a program, go over to my website, click on the link in the description below and send people over there. If you don't have a product yet, just create like a free little course. I have a free crash course. It's a YouTube crash course. I have a free guitar course. This way people can go over, interact with me, experience what it's like to actually learn in a course format with me and see if they like it. Because if they like it, the chances of them buying have now increased. All right, and it's very easy to create a free course. You could do 4 or 5 little video lessons, a little PDF for them to download, and then you just follow up with them by email. And that's worked really great. I instated that actually in 2020. I didn't have a free course in 2017, 18, or 19. It wasn't until people kept asking, like, do you have a free trial? Can I do a free trial? And I said, yeah, actually, I can give you a free trial. It's called my free crash course. Why don't you go over there? And I made just a little free course that's like 8 or 9 little video lessons on how to get started in playing the guitar. And people can now sign up for that so that they can experience taking a course with me. And if it works for them, awesome. They know what they're going to get in the full course. So sometimes it can just break down a little bit of that barrier to buy. And you're trying to build relationships with people in sales. So people buy from people they like. So if they like you, they will buy from you. And offering something like a little free course can help you with getting to that 6-figure goal. Okay, it took me about 3 years to do that 6 figures. And then you saw the following year, I like 4 times what I was doing the year before. It really just kind of exploded and took off in 2021 and 2022. And each year it seems to get a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. So it just goes to show you in the beginning, you're going to start, and it's not going to be a lot. But if you can start building these programs, getting the content here on YouTube, putting a video out once a week. I highly recommend just get a video out once a week. Even if you're only getting 10 views, 20 views, 30 views, just get the content out there because you never know who's going to watch your video. You don't know who you're going to inspire, and maybe they're going to buy something from you. Maybe it's today, maybe it's next week, maybe it's 3 months down the road, maybe it's a year down the road. You don't know, but everyone's buyer journey is different, and I think you just need to start planting the seeds because if you get the views and you get people off of YouTube over to your website, you can sell those 10 courses a month, those 20 courses a month, those 30 courses a month. You can hit your target, and the next 2 to 3 years, you could be consistently making 6 figures every year. And if you want to dive deeper into how to get people off of YouTube and over to your products, go check out that video right over there. We're going to tell you exactly what I do at my YouTube channel to get people to buy.